for today's cup of coffee, we're doing road trip, and this is going to be to creepy sites that some of them I've mentioned in the past, some of them I haven't yet. But yeah, we going on a creepy journey today. We're coming up around Dog Holler, and literally all it is an impression here in the mountains, and it's so overgrown at this point that I'm not sure that you'll even be able to can't stop in the middle of the road. People will run you down around here.
I think that's not it.
No, that's not it. It's hard to find because unless you travel this way, there it is.
Right there. That's Dog Holler.
And that's the one where if you were mean or drunk or whatever, the legend was that the dog would come out and ride with you in your vehicle.
Or the man and the dog would walk out in the road and you would hit one of them. That's a version that I've heard.
Okay, I never heard that one. Anyhow, I know
or
that...
Or the dog would come out and you would run over it.
My cousin and I were traveling the other way that time, and a black dog did run out. I thought I had hit it at that point. I wasn't thinking very clearly because I stopped to look for dog. There was no dog. I got back in the car. Cousin and I looked at each other. We went on.
Oh, come on. There had to be more detail than that.
No, that was pretty much it.
Y'all didn't be like, that was fucked up.
That was my cousin Randy. So no, it was just one of those, some things are
I thought that was
better left unsaid. So, next place we're going to take you was where I heard lots and lots of whisperings at one point.
Yeah. Do you think we are going to be able to stop there, or?
Yes.
Okay. It's a deer. Is it a not deer? Wait a second. Okay, never mind. I was like, oh. Never mind. Its legs bend the right way. Never mind. It's not a cryptid.
Alright, this next place, and I honestly don't know the laws anymore. It used to be that you could drive down through, a property or something like that was a public property. But they've probably stopped all that because God knows they've made everything illegal. But down there where that bus was sitting, and this was years ago when I was in college and stuff, and was up here at night with a friend of mine, and it was a matter of, that was probably the most, you can feel that window down where they get a clear shot there because we got nasty automobile windows. There was probably the most intense as far as entities, spirits, what have you, clustering, drawing heat, the murmuring, wanting to be heard. There is a river there at that tree line. There's a river back there. I don't know the true history of this land, but it was one of those that I was shaking at the end of the experience, and just absolutely freezing. So, yeah.
This is where I used to go to school.
It was. Well, it was where I went to school too. I mean, it's been here a minute, but as far as any tragedies on the grounds, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell as far as, like I said, the true history of this area. I'm sure that it's ancient. You're showing geese.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I swear it feels so much like autumn that it's just kind of ridiculous. Like I said, we would go further down in there if I wasn't afraid of somebody calling the cops on me.
Well, if it wasn't for the fact that there are kids here. But then again...
Not at 8:40 at night.
No,
So,
there's kids over there. In the playground. There's 2 kids over there in the playground, Mom.
I don't even see the children's in the
They're right
playground.
behind the slide.
Okay.
You see them walking?
No, but that's all right.
Right there. Look at the yellow slide.
Yes, I do see this children's walking there to the side. Those are true beings. They're not spirit beings. They're children's, so who knows? Why are you sighing?
Huh?
Why are you sighing?
Because I liked that playground. I really did like that little playground right there. Oh my god, they still have the giant blue slide. They still have the giant blue slide.
There's a nice local cemetery. And I'd say that some of the graves in there are have been there for a considerable amount of time. And there's also this nice chain link fence around the whole thing. Now it's sad that you've got to have a fence around a graveyard. But if you've got a loved one buried there, what do? Do you have to make an appointment?
It's incredibly odd that it is, like, you know, fenced around. But right there, that's where we used to go to Bible study.
Yeah.
Like, when schools actually, like, let kids go to Bible study and such.
Well, it was something that a child, if they wanted to go and be part of that, they could. They didn't have to. But I think that's just, well...
I always liked going.
And part of the problem is that in our area, you have had graves, and some of them historic, that have been desecrated, that they have... a lot of times they will have gates to where people can't easily get up in there. And that's just rather tragic. Yeah, not even the dead can rest these days. Okay, we're turning up into our little holler, which is the beginning of the other holler. And when the light basically leaves right there, I mean, it's almost like a point in the road. And even with your lights on, I mean, it's just like the dark eats the light is how it has always felt. And there is this horrible oppressive feeling when you come through here. Don't know why, but it is. And so years ago, my cousin that had told me about the movie Bubba Hotep, she and I had just been goofing about that night, and my car ran out of fuel. This was years ago. And so we had to walk. And so it was one of those, at a certain point, I'm like, this is not someplace you want to just leisurely stroll at night. So I took off jogging. And so basically I ditched my cousin. Angie, honey, I love you. I'm sorry. She lived, so it's all good.
Yeah.
And see, it opens back up, and it's just that section back there. Yeah, the light eaters.
Also, at the beginning of the holler, there's this little brown house. 2 people died there on that property. One shot themselves in the back of the yard, and the other one died up the top of the house at the top floor.
You're making stuff up. How are you? You just making stuff up.
No, that's what I heard.
Who told you that?
That's what I heard all my life. Seriously.
No. Now see, this is how legends get. No. It was an older couple that lived there, and the wife had died.
Yeah.
Don't know where she died.
I heard that she died in the top floor in her bed. She went to sleep and never woke up because she had some sort of illness.
Now, how do you know that?
That's what people have said.
What people? Who?
Multiple people.
How many people you been asking about this?
Like, this is when I was little. Like, that's the legend that I heard.
Anyhow, the lady died, and her husband had called I don't know, whoever it was. I don't know if he called the authorities or if he called the funeral home or what, to report her death. And then he went out in the backyard and he did shoot himself. And that is just totally tragic.
Is that not what I...
No, you added details that we don't know that is so or not.
I was pretty accurate about him going to the backyard and shot himself.
Anyhow, I'm sorry, it's incident report. If I have to ever get up on a witness stand and they're going to say, what did you see? I can tell them verbatim what I saw. Not what I thought I saw, but what I saw. Everything's like an incident report to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and something that's really scary, the number of potholes in our road. That should frighten anybody. Yeah. So if you've got supernatural or paranormal experiences, if you've had encounters with UFOs or aliens, cryptozoology, Bigfoot, no deers, I don't know.
Not deers. Not no deers.
Okay.
Not deers.
Well, the kid's going to explain about some of these things in a day or so. Going to make him. Yeah, that really is how that road is. He does not have a trimmer. If you've had experiences with alternate realities, if you'd like to comment on the altering of reality or anything else that's in that category, if you just need somebody to listen to you, send me an email, cupofcoffeewithscream @gmail.com. And you all have a beautiful, blessed day.
Bye.